Moments with Sarra. The toilet. Moments with Sarra and Lelian. Individual.
Okay, my most memorable moment with Sarra was when I asked him, so why do you love Lelian so much? And he said to me, which is a very rare moment, where he said to me, because you know what? When I'm with her, I actually feel like I want to be a better person, because she really makes me feel like when I look at her, she makes me really happy, and she's always so smiley, and she's always so wonderful as a person that it makes me also want to be a better person. So I thought that was very sweet. It's a very rare moment for Sarra to say something like that. Any other moments with Sarra?
Let's see. But it is a trick question. Right? It is a trick question because I've never been in a room with just myself and Lelian. So anyway, to Sarra. Okay, back to Sarra. There's been so many. Honestly, there have been so many moments. I wouldn't even know where to begin with the decadence, debauchery, and outright foolishness that we've all got up to together. But I would say for myself, personally, probably the most poignant moment I had with Sarra was when his artery was severed in his wrist, and I was standing outside the Four Seasons waiting to meet someone, and then Sarra was dragged out by the hotel manager saying, "Your friend is bleeding to death." So I had to put him into a taxi and take him to the hospital. And whilst we were in the hospital, it was actually Typhoon 8, so actually pretty poignant and pretty much in tune with what we've gone through in the last 24 hours. And so we couldn't get to another major hospital, so I had to make a call and take him to a hospital just off the FCC. Took him in there, and all we had was a surgeon who said, "I don't know if I can do this." And I said, "You're going to do this, and you're going to sew my friend up." And whilst the idiot was sewing up Sarra, he said something along the lines of, I don't know if this guy's going to make it. And I would have to say that was probably one of the scariest moments when Sarra came finally back out of the operation room, and he looked just as he normally did, hungover, unshaven, hair really, and he's just like, "What the fuck happened?" Like, okay, he's back to normal. Sorry, what the F happened? I was like, and it was just, this is PG-15, and it was just a very poignant moment, like, he's back. Finally he's back, so that's fine. Right? Is that too wordy? Okay. I'm still thinking.
So I suppose my anecdote would be related to Sarra's been working very hard to get in shape for his wedding, we go to the gym together in order to help him achieve his goal of getting in shape. So we start attending Muay Thai classes, and the instructor says to Sarra, sort of, lesson one, he says, sort of, "Sarra, what do you want to get out of this?" And Sarra's like, "Dude, I'm getting married in 8 weeks' time, and I need a six-pack by then." And the guy's like, "Well, okay. I don't think you're going to get there." So anyway, we go through the lesson, we're in the changing room downstairs, and Sarra's like, "Greg," I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "I think that guy's gay." It's the dumbest anecdote.
That obviously resonated with you.
Oh man, I had a moment. Oh yeah, so my moment that I'm going to recall, it's about Lelian actually, and it was when I saw Sarra recently. And it's appropriate that the dogs just walked by, because I saw Sarra recently, not so long ago, like maybe I don't know, 2 months ago, and he usually keeps his hair rather kind of short. He's got this
thing where he goes between his long flowing mane, his curly hair, and then he gets really like monk, like he goes monk and he shaves his head. And this one time he had his haircut and it was neatly cropped on the side and it was wavy and long at the top, and I was like, dude, you look like a canto pop movie star. And he was like, no. And Lilian was there, and she was like, no, but and he looked dumbfounded, and he looked rather hurt actually, because I called him a canto pop movie star. And she was like, no, and he was like, no, I'm growing it out because, and before he could say I'm growing it out because, she jumped in and said, I want him to have his hair long for the wedding. So if anybody wonders why Sarra looks like the way he does for the wedding, it's because of her. And I thought it was really, really sweet because it just shows that, you know, he's willing to change his ways and do something so ridiculous as just to have a canto pop movie star haircut. And the sweeter part is that despite how ridiculous it looks, she thinks it makes him look really handsome because, you know,
it's true.
Yeah. Wow, you know,
because and they couldn't give a care about what the world thinks. You know, as long as he does something that makes her happy for her very special day, that's all that matters to him. Even when his, you know, when his friend of 20 years says you look like ridiculous, and it didn't matter to him because what she thinks and what she wants and what makes her happy is what matters the most to him. And yeah, so it's still a ridiculous haircut, but I'm not going to let that one go. But anyway, so yeah, so that's my moment.
I think for Lilian, she never wants to see Sarra fail.
Wonderful. Okay, good. Yeah, that was good.